So you've got a significant event there with stage return, as it is.
Yeah.
And then, moving on, I thinking, well, 1984, there's obviously in that year. And, it's synonymous with the George Orwell book of Big Brother, how a completely, oppressive state, if you like, a New World Order kind of background.
Yeah.
I'd remembered hearing things about closing the 19 Olympics and did some rooting around on the internet and obviously came across a video in the 1984 Olympics, which was held in Los Angeles. They closed the ceremony. The audience didn't even expect this because most of the audience thought it was real at the time. It closed with a UFO flying at the stadium, kind of communicating with the audience in encounters of the third time. The UFO eventually closes and lands into the stadium.
The glow from behind the arena. The spaceship has landed. Will they send a picture? The full moon, Los Angeles. That's good.
At which point, a load of smoke, and then this alien gets out and tells the audience that he likes there.
Thanks, we have a visitor.
The alien himself. That is no one on stilts. That is a man 7 feet inches tall.
So you got this really strange thing out of the middle of nowhere. No one was expecting it, and how you'd ever connect Olympics with this event in this place.
Yeah.
But basically, obviously, 1984 year, UFO. So you start thinking what's going on.
Yeah.
Not sure what. I can't put my finger on things. And at this point, I decided to move away from the other bit. I felt that I wasn't going to find much more time being, and get involved in looking at symbols of sorts and symbolism and logos. And led off with obviously the all-seeing bill. Yeah. And if you notice with the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, on the particular side that it's on, it's the only that it appears on in America. And there's 4 ones on it that ring out 1111 either side of the dollar bill.
Indeed, yeah.
You've got the same thing again. And I was looking at it, basically started comparing other, American institutions, looking at it through, FBI logo, CIA logo, every single one of them can essentially kind of draw a pyramid without the capstone and an eye in the centre. The same geometrics work in a lot of the official institutions of America. Yeah. And I wanted to get to this where this was. And generally a misinterpretation is that America was the founder of all of this. In 1776, for a while I thought out of all of this New World Order stuff, I didn't think further than my consciousness wouldn't allow it. Yeah. But eventually came to me, Britain, obviously the British founded America. Yeah. On an Eastern kind of empire. But looked at the British coat of arms, the British coat of arms. Again, noticed that you've got a pyramid where the all-seeing eye is, you've got a crown. It's the same thing, you can draw the same geometrics over it, and you've got symbols coming at you. So I was like, well, what's going on? This is obviously a lot more, ingrained in the human civilization, more than I thought, anyhow. At which point, I then start moving to the famous corporals of McDonald's and Starbucks, these amazing corporations that you'll find them in all the symbolic places in the world, like when in Rome, you've got McDonald's or Pantheon and the Egyptian obelisk. And then if you go to the Sphinx in Cairo, and you've got a KFC and you've got a McDonald's right outside the entranceway. And literally everywhere you go, you can no doubt find one of this kind of food venue or whatever. The pests. Right next to these symbolic structures. Yeah. With just explain the McDonald's logo, you got 9 letters in the word McDonald's, and I decided to split that up into numerology. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 1. Split the word up. Do you know what I mean? To a stepped structure. And
I think you heard this on your website, right? So people that are tuning in can take a that.
You can take a look at it on my, basically, to spell it out. Basically, you form a pyramid-like word out of it, in which the cornerstones and the top part of the pyramid minus the capstones for the word Mason. Yeah. And essentially what the pyramid is showing is that the 2 arches of Freemasonry, or the golden arches, or what I want to call them, emanate from the centre of the pyramid and preside over the outer of the pyramid. Essentially, you've got this vent that seems to preside over the pyramid. And then same thing goes with the Schweppes logo. I mean, I had a real good 11/11 moment with this because it happened in a glass of Schweppes toffee. I started ringing me, but it was pretty mental. But it was insinuating something was up. Nice. And on the bottle, and the 1783, obviously all-seeing eye, and the 776. I was like, we're a bit too close for comfort, and the Enlightenment, as they call it. Yeah. And look at their logo, and it doesn't even need deciding this one. There's a pyramid top with a McDonald's M presiding over the pyramid. It's just a more messianic image in the logo of a corporate symbol. And all I can think is this: teamed up with Cadbury's. They're instrumental in destroying the health of the great sugary drinks and arsene-ridden drinks and everything that goes with it. And they're using symbology. So you can look at that on my blog. Yeah, it's all on. Get to Starbucks, and when you're walking past any old Starbucks, you'll notice that the logo is 3 stars, like a pyramid, and the very top star is seated on top of a crown, which is, symbolic of the all-seeing. But beneath the crown is a woman, and that woman is Isis, so the Egyptian deity Isis. And essentially, what I've realised the past few days is that what these logos are depicting is some form of messianic event. And when you look into a book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages, 1928, a Manly P. Hall, and states Isis sometimes shown standing between 2 great pillars of Freemasonry. So deity Isis between these pillars. So the McDonald's logo, where you've got the M, on the top of the pyramid, and the same on the Schwab logo, where the angel stood on top of the pyramid. They're representing Isis. There's no other way looking at it, in my personal opinion. So basically, Isis is symbolic of the all-seeing eye. It's the same thing. Is when you look, in instance, into the Holy Trinity and stuff, and you Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's the evidence of the kind of the ever-living one who sees him isn't quite there. Do you know what I mean? So anyhow, this occult symbolism, works on a dual level. Optical illusions, for instance, you can have the old woman or do you see the young woman? It's got the duality, same as everything when it comes down to religion. Most people are attuned one thing means another thing as well. It depends which version you want to go with. There's two to look at. And my opinion on it with all is that it's working on a different plane outside of the 5 senses of human reality. It's something that's working in the subconscious. And going on that principle, mind before matter universe. When you're looking at this occult symptom, and if one person is, say, looking at the Schweppes logo, and they're drinking Schweppes, and they're buying into this logo, they're buying into the brand, they're buying into all of it, they think they're just into a great drink. But they're also buying into this other thing, they're buying into this messianic event. And essentially, if you think about this before matter universe, this occult symbology is working on the subconscious, and it's working on the subconscious of global population, then it's got the ability to still bring itself forward into matter. So
it's you're saying is that with the help of all the knowing people, is propelled forward. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. For instance, went to McDonald's and they're buying into McDonald's. How clever they got that anyhow. When they're getting in those McDonald's, also they're buying alternate, like the old, which is the symbol of this messianic event on the top of a pyramid. It's empowering. It's giving it's into the subconscious. That subconscious can precipitate into matter at the right time.
That's interesting, considering that many of these companies they're global players. I mean, some of these companies have bigger, a bigger economy and gain more money than certain countries do.
Well, I mean, we've got no idea how they got successful, and there's no reason for it, to be honest, apart from that there's something else there working with them.
You also touch, potentially this work the other way around, meaning that human beings, since we've subjected, at least in the Western world, 1700 years of Christianity and so forth, that the reason why they might want to pick a logo like this or this message in the logo is that on some level this speaks to our unconscious. So people who are inclined to towards the Christian faith, for instance, they kind of lured in by the kinds of symbol constantly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing that I'll draw upon later is that how, this works with more than just Christianity. Because if Isis has many identities, she's got an identification as the Gabriel and the all-seeing eye and stuff. But New World Order and world religion and the one world government, the angel Gabriel is the one figure that can unite Islam and Christianity. Both of them are as God messengers. So when you're looking in this new law, it's got to be something that binds these two religions, and the figure is that thing that can combine religions. I'll touch on that in a bit anyhow. It gets deeper. I'll be telling you all in a minute.
Sure. Go ahead, sir.
I'll give it a bit of time. I'll give it 10 minutes. And I'll let you But moving back to the picture ago in the Zone logo in the 2012, and so there's a little research this on the net list as well. The company who created that logo was a company Woolens, and Woolens is a brand agency, and brand agency set up by a chap called Wally Allen.